Look at the BTs. Roll 30. $35S. Greetings all. AW Undiscovered. That sounds familiar. Kane Friday. Greetings. Let's see. It would be one of those few times, Kane, where I believe we're actually on the same day. Cody Ammons, Johnny H, King of all Gregs, howdy. I am doing a what the heck, Ma and Pa penny box search. I'm doing last 15 rolls. Thought I would show it live as it happened, or as live as I can possibly make it. Michael Larson, howdy. Steeler Stacker, greetings. Brando Show, howdy. Right. So, in case you all haven't heard of these boxes are much fun. I am spoiled for the rest of my life. A regular penny box hunt. Because every once in a while, we'll hit up on one of these. Driving. W driving. Right. So let's flip them around. We have a 57B. Kids, haven't noticed, I've got him under the scope. You can probably tell that there's really not much wrong with him. Yes, Kane. That's what I thought. Wasting the boss's dollar? Well, that's good. Indeed, King of all Gregs. This will be roughly the 30th Blazer in the 50s I have, as well as slightly less in the 60s. So, let me walk you through what I'm doing here a little bit. Try to point accurately. Over here, I have 82s, 83, 84p, 95s, saving to look at. Well, thank you, Brando Show. But I'm saving to look at either for close AMs or DPOs. On the bottom row, I have 92s for a close AM. 98 to 99 to 2000, all for the wide AM. They're all Philadelphia's. And the reason I don't have very many of them is that these coins have been acquired West Coast, so a lot of Philadelphia coins just don't make the trip all the way to the West Coast. A sampling of what I have found in a penny box so far, which is quite odd. Let's see. So let me introduce you to this guy. This is Canadian. He is George V. He was the former king of England. And this is not a penny, obviously. This is a dime. And the best I can reckon for the date is either possibly a 1949 or a 1929. That little. Nevertheless, it is so silvery and it is so dimey, so Canadian. Then his kid came along and said, "Nah, dude, I got this. George VI. Like, I want to be in a penny box. Can I, huh, Dad? Can I, huh, Dad?" I was like, all right, cool. So he's got a boot. He's at 1950. So he's also very silvery and so dimey and so Canadian. And then the Americans said, well, what's the obverse again? For which one, Grego? Oh, well, you have, first one is the King George V. Second one, King George VI. Think 1949 came? Well, this might have been the last year of his reign because he may have died of death. And that, yeah, I can see what you're saying. Good point, Kent. I think I see what you're saying about this little possible line going this way. So if King George V passed on to the next plane in 1949, then the kid takes over because, as you know, England puts their living royalty on the coins. Really goofy, at least according to us. Because we here in America are convinced that we do everything right. I think it's a 1919. Yes, Caton, they were in a penny roll. You think it's a 1919, Greg? Well, it makes more sense for it to be a 1919. I'm waffling as to which one it is. So, the Americans then got hold of this and said, we're not going to put up with this, so we're going to put one of our own in here. So, this is a 1942 S Mercury dime. It was also in a penny roll. So, additionally, I have 3 Alfred R coins. This is what we call the bird cent that he gets so bent out of shape about. This Canadian Centennial, where they celebrate so much that they still put the Queen of England on the front. It's nothing like national pride. Trust the process, KB. Greetings. So I've got 3 of these Alfred R specials. And start getting into these. Yes, it's true. We have 4 of these. Oh, and 36. Okay. Cool. Thank you, Brando Show. I love the information. Kane Friday, nobody thought you were. Okay. Kane, if it's any consolation, I thought I was wrong once, but I was mistaken. So here we have the Indian Head, 1903. We also have 3 others. Something terribly wrong happened. I have an 18 something. I have no idea what. I'm just going to call it a 77 and be done with it, though I have no idea. That way I can be in my happy place. This appears to be in 1898. I don't know what happened here. Flat. And finally, possibly in 1894. But it's not a terrible thing to find 130-year-old penny rolls. And for now, finally to the Lincoln series, where just a couple of absolute stunners. What do they call this? The learning years or something. Max Selleck, you know it. I thought I would do the last 15 rolls live. KW, I like the way you think. Oh, Cane Friday. No, no. No, you don't. I tell way too much of the truth and don't like that. There's the front. The front is not nearly as good as the reverse. Also known as a butterface coin. The front is not nearly as good as the back. So, much better a version. But yeah, some of these are just ridiculous. Over here, I have a whole pile of 82s split up by mint and copper or zinc. Over here, off screen, I have the Blazer 50s and the Blazer 60s. And I can hear it now. You're saying, ooh. Oh, Max, you want to see some? I've got Blazers. Oh yes. I've got one that just may be perfect. It could get, I think it could get a 68 with not too much effort. Let's do one live. Unless you want to see some Blazers. We can gum and chew walk at the same time. There's a week. See, this is how goofy you can. See, there's your Blazer right there. The post 1886 read by looking at the bottom headdress feathers pointing in between letters. Well, Diddle is a madman, very smart. Looking at the bottom headdress. All right, Brando Show, thank you for popping. Bottom headdress. Feathers pointing in between letters. What letters are they pointing in between? I don't see the letters. That's the other problem with it. Maybe I can try with a different one. Max, you're a beast. I have a PCGS, but starting to wonder. Well, okay, Brando Show. Well, here's the bottom headdress feathers, and it's pointing between the C and the A, and it's after 1886. So, looks like it's pointing in between letters. That would mean if it's 6 or before, then it would not be pointing. Interesting. Well, let's test it on the 1877. Well, clearly, there's nothing in between any letters, therefore it's an 1877. Okay, just go along with it. My potty, I'll cry if I want. Yeah, there you go. Bottom headdress in between. Cool. The theory holds. All right. James Robinson, greetings. So here's a blazer. I will never get tired of them. $56. Oh, you got rid of the scent, huh? So you're saying Australia is senseless. Oh. There's the 2009 early days. Not bad. Parent Wheaties, though there can be more once we sort and report. Got two over here on the side. Grab all these. Looks like. Really, that's what I'm trying to do. Doing it. Sort between heads and tails. Alright, King of All. Good luck with the traveling, and if I remember correctly, get some sleep. Bye. Here's another Wheatie. Oh, I love these. As you know what there's hope for with the 69S. The double die. You turned something like this in that was double dyed. It would be so taste delicious. Alright, so head. Exciting sound of coins being sorted, heads or tails. Then to be run through the scope. Fabric kids always copper. Going through that separately. $5 and 10 cent. Wow. Surprised we're not going to go to fractional paper currency. Bit of the metal aspect altogether. Cost of metal exceeds the cost of the plastic paper. However, tried to do that with the dollar bill by getting rid of it with coinage. That's a failed bit, because the dollars that they have designed are uglier than crap. Here's a secret. So I will throw out the, or actually I will separate out the think pennies. We'll keep this night. We'll look at him for double die obverse. Will be a large state filly. Have to weigh those to their say 2000. So we'll keep him for Friday. And oh, Philly, so much. Grew up Taking of coins, you can't count a ballot. You know, silly. Lots of cops. Now, some of you may be asking yourself, why isn't he 70s separately? Than here. Kane, I can't find this much silver in a dime box. That's a pretty funny note. That's a good observation. That didn't even cross my mind. Here's a 70S beat up. I've been doing this since about, well, I started yesterday. And I got up at about 8 p.m. Friday time. Started again. I can't find this silver dimes in the dime box. Way. Need a penny box to get it done. 6. Before D. I thought I would pop on and do a little bit of an impromptu live stream in case anything exciting happened. Like, here's a 99 out. He has a Friday problem. I think it had to do with the proofs versus the business, if I remember correctly. Oopsie. Armed separate points. By the way, public service announcement. This is a small date Denver. That's not the public service. Boxes of halves are safely ensconced. Stately, caseman or manner. So, all right, let's look at the Wheaties. Jared Thompson, howdy. Yes, so bad. Nice 39. And a 40. I've gotten lots of 40. So back to the 70s. More astute will know that there were lots of issues with the 70s, again in Philadelphia, where the double die reigned supreme. Well, have an entire jar filled with pennies from the, oh, I already see a Canadian. Things compromised. Filled with the 60s and the 70s, to be processed separately. Have a Canadian Ender, or a Wheatie Ender, Wender. Look. What? What is this crap? They said that there wouldn't be liver on the menu. Well, I have to do this the old-fashioned. All right. Getting. There's another week. All right. Here's another week. In. Oh, what's up, Georgie? Let's see. George the 6th. We have to flip him horizontally. ERA 1941. Wow. Okay. I need to actually try to find a Canadian penny boat now. First world problems. All right. Comes the sporting aspect. Painfully slow part. Thought about stopping the stream and then restarting a new one every time I got them sorted, but it seemed impractical. All right. Another one of these. I've actually seen, I actually had another box. I did not get one shield penny from that first box. I've actually seen quite a few in this one. I can't complain. Yet sometimes I still do. This box has been good to me. Fleabag. Les likes coins. Les likes coins is. Wow. It's almost tea time, isn't it, Les? Coming up on 3 p.m. Leave. Another Wheatie. Another Wheatie. Welcome, Les, to a very special episode of A Bit of Fry and Laurie. There. I have my local coin will buy cents. Will buy copper cents. 2 cents each. Here it is. A winning proposition. Take all this time just to participate. They do the math on that. Not why we do it anyway, it's because it's fun. Alright. If there's any more Wheaties, they'll be in here. Because I can't tell the reverse by looking. Obverse. D2 under large date. Here's a 70. Look. All those go into the rapidly increasing size and scope think penny pile. actually, there's a 1992. We'll look at him. Made these rows based on where they top row here, and this first one is the 82s, then the 83, the 84, and the 95 all have to do with double dies, either obverse or reverse, as the case. Bottom row is all about plus AM and wide AM. What in the world is this? Oh no. Hear it, but you can't. All right. Go on. Right. Copper in the bucket. Now we'll look at the Wheaties. Of course, these are the not eat. 51D. D. One what? S. Yes. They were chock full of pennies. And a 38S. Ooh. Righty. I won't kick that out of my bed. Bucket it goes. Welcome. Roll. 39. What do I have so far? Well, I have 3 silver dimes. Les, by law, we can't melt them. By law. You know, law. People keep them. They can sell them to a local coin shop. Canadian Ender. I guess a sender. My local coin shop will sell them or will buy them for 2 cents each and sell them for 3 cents each. He is. I have 4 Indian heads. I have any number of Canadians. I have the formative years Lincoln like this. Right. Right on. This is all the same color as what's on the inside. It's just the lighting is making effect. I have just take a look at the few. Take a look at a few of these 50s. 35, possibly could have been a 38 S. By the way, educational lesson here. See a 58 and there's doubling on Liberty. May not have to work again. Just saying. Have a 55D. One for the floor, yes. Doug Harding is just ridiculous. Another 58D. Am I bummed that they're 58s? No. I mean, I think the oldest one I have is a 54S. Of course, if I'm going to get a 55, you know I want. I also think it's possible. 55 double dot. Getting Blazers in the 60s as well, which I did not get in the first box. So this is cool. I'm getting all sorts. Just doing it. I have not gotten a Blazer yet in the 40s. That might be the cutoff line. Crap. Yeah, I have about a total of, let's see, if I had to guess, and I do. I don't have exact totals, but by definition, I have to guess. I don't stack silver because I can't even stack copper. Okay. I'm gonna guess I have about 30 Blazers in the 50s. Crafty Dragon, greetings. Kane, they would give me zinc pennies. Good idea, though. All right. Yeah, that's... I also have, Doug, I also have some stuff down here. You can see. Bottom row is dedicated to the close AM 92s and the wide AM 98, 99, and 1000. And I must say, I had no idea that the 1998 wide AMs were as valuable as they were. Oh my god. So, hoping that I might be able to the semi-blazer. I might be able to find one of those. Yeah, Doug, these are very special boxes. I think everybody and their dog knows who has these, but he asked me to keep it private. That's before everything went sideways. Tails, up looking at them, toward them. '94. She looked. Yes. Okay. There are roughly that I've seen 5 different styles of Elizabeth Canadian pennies. One exclusive to their centennial in '67. They're like, okay, Ma, quote the great Toby Keith, who will come out in a song later and say, "You ain't as good as you once was, but you was good once." I'm going to use '67 as a transition year for your picture. Start to make you look a little bit middle-aged. Which leads to the current D'Ambrosio. What have we got here? Well, what we're doing. What we have here, a failure to communicate. I thought I would, just for the fun of it, pick up a random stream out of nowhere, Cinderella story out of the blue. Right. World. Thought I would pop on live to do last 15 rolls of a very special penny box. See what we find. Daniel, I have found 3 silver dimes in a penny box. It is not anything like what Pa Spare Time found in his. However, I will claim the quantity prize and have the quality prize. Separating out the copper, because allegedly you can't melt it. The 59. And I will roll up the zinc, cash it in. So Daniel, I did mention earlier that your humble servant has obtained boxes this week. They are safely ensconced by stately N64 manner. Oh, we had a Canadian Ender and a Blazer Ender. What do we have? 56 D. I will never get tired of this. I fear an addiction. So if somebody threw me away for 50 years and put me out in circulation, I would look that good. Kind of what it seems like to me. What? No. Promised me a pony. Instead, I get a shield sent. Well, there's a 44. We'll look at this 92 later. All of those separately. Plus AMs, the white AMs, the DDOs. I look up where the heck the DDOs are. Don't dismember. Plus it's 39. Oh, Kane, I don't know about that. Addiction by itself is not healthy. Crafty Dragon may have a point. Yeah, but what do you do when it runs out? $37S. Man. Hit 58D. Technically a Weedy. I don't care. Xander, howdy. So Xander, I thought I would get this idea. I've gotten box 2 of a Ma and Pa any spectacular. I thought I would show the last 15 rolls as live stream. Remember, kids, always save your copper. Well, that's what I'm doing. We'll look at this first guy. He was a 44S. And then the Semi-Blazer. Look at him. 57D. Then, I don't know if you're familiar, but this is the kind of thing that you can find in these rolls. A 55. This kind of shape. UCGS would call it red-brown. Probably give it a grade of, we don't like the color. All right, so this is roll 40. I have 10 rolls left after this one. Hold your applause. I know, Les likes coins. I didn't sign up for a shield cent. Don't remember signing up for anything. I did sign up for the army, though. Like, no, dude. Uh-oh. I don't even know how to say this. I have an eye ender. Oh boy. We have 1907. This here is kind of fun. Eye ender. I don't. Hope to avoid the coin spillage. Good to have big hands. I'll leave it at that. There's a Wheatie. No. Liver was not on the menu. I'll split these out by heads and tails. Anything else? These will be separated. Put them under the scope. See what's what. And there's another Wheatie. Lots of shine to the boy. This. Yeah. Not as good under the scope, but still pretty deep. Coloring right there. Coloration. Look at the front. We'll keep them though. We'll run some experiments on. Put them in the right pile. Alright. So I'm saving off the copper. There's another Wheatie. Go through those at a later date looking for the very many. Looking for the many videos from the 70s. Stop down to separate everything. I don't think I would ever get anything done. All like much faster. Okay. I know, just a random Indian head. I mean, I think this is what it's like, since I'm doing the music thing. I think this is like if you're a scrub band, right? Trying to get, you play your music and you're trying to get a roller. And you're the bass player, which means it's not going to happen. So then get famous. All of a sudden, all these high quality copper pennies start showing up. I think there's kind of a similarity there. These boxes versus a regular penny box. Yeah, buddy. I know it's a memorial, but sometimes I don't care. Regular old copper thing. Little Middle, howdy. I remember your comments on one of their videos or I think you said that you thought I was funny. Maybe I meant to reply that looks aren't everything. '68 is your year? I think it was '64 is the year I was hatched. Pulled the Conestoga wagon down to the 72 S's are just everywhere. What? 70. Pulled the Conestoga wagon from Wisconsin to Iowa. Months old. All right. There's a 1940. Go up. Cloud blue. Apart. Large date. Philly. Sort those out here. Yeah, I won't because I have to do it by weight, and that's tedious. Oh, really? Littleton. Oh. Let's see. All right. Well, the story, Kane and Little Middle, regarding these pennies, that there was a couple who were married, and most couples do if they're married, they live in the same house. You save all your coppers. And whenever they would get a penny, they would throw it in buckets, 5-gallon buckets. And so So when they would fill up one bucket, then they would get another bucket. And when we would fill up that 5-gallon bucket, they get another bucket. And I have from 1914, well, and the Indian heads are even older. So you can kind of guesstimate as to when they actually started doing this. So it's not, I mean, I'm seeing blazers from the 50s. Large scent. I don't know, Les. I'm not really familiar with price point of the 1851 large cent. I have one. I don't remember what I paid for it. What do we have? Time is of the essence. Have them all up. Yeah. Unacceptable. Maybe I shouldn't be like that. Are there any? Little middle savage. Yeah, who knew that had to be a requirement? Wait, what? Little middle. See, with a name like Little Middle, I'm assuming you're a kid. Probably I shouldn't. When you go beast mode like that, then I don't think I can. I'll see, this gets tiring. I just can't take crap. Another red-brown. Ooh! A green Indian head. Well, now this could be fun. Technically, it would be categorized as brown. $18.98. Pretty good detail on that headdress. Liberty fully red. I'll take it. Very good condition. Well, not very good. Better than. I'm very happy with it. Probably the best head I have received. Before I started these boxes, I had no Indian. I'm to the point where I get a book. This is seriously unbelievable. Got a couple of scratches, fairly minor. Jaws. He's got a pretty good ding right there. But so much luster. All right. These are over here. tax thing. Oh, the value added tax. Oh. Friday. Nice. Offer. Another one. Ready. Another one. Another one. There's a 95. Double die obverse. Wish there was something wrong with these. Look at it, but nope. Five. 55 years. Not bad. Oh. Hear me squeal, it's because it's doubled. Tag marks. Don't think I see any double die. No. Checking it later. 70S. Never get tired of. Ah ha ha. Yes, Moonlander is correct. That wasn't the fun side. Heads that we didn't know. Get a rope. 9S. Ooh, Kane. Now you're killing me. $92. Dealer might tell you that this is owned. Someday I'll have a Les Paul. Today is not. There's a Wheatie, a 49D. Just how it is with the. They just don't expect them and they show up. Kind of like relatives. 93, you'll get that. Oh, you won't. Oh, no reason to. 80. Just another 71S. 45S. One that we bucket. 1,000. All right, we only have one Wheatie to look at that we didn't already see. There's a 56. Remember, kids. All right, Les. Always keep your copper. So this Roll. Haven't dropped any. Does happen in the box. What do I have against the $1 million Les Paul? Why is it a $1 million Les Paul? I was always more of a Fender guy, Kane. I started with a USA Fender Precision when I was like 19, 20. And I always thought very highly of the Strat. Didn't really know much about the Telecaster. I thought Gibson was too snooty for their price point. And I didn't like the neck construction because if you dropped it, the neck was going to snap. Whereas Fender had bolt-on neck, which if you dropped it and it snapped, you could get another neck. So it was a question of practicality for me, for the Gibsons, as opposed to any sort of alleged quality. Doug Harding, I have the Fender Jazz Geddy Lee bass. Yes, I do. And Skippy. And the fun thing you can do with those is you can put the aftermarket ashtrays on. And the string covers make it look old school. If there is one jazz bass I'm going to have, it is going to be Geddy Lee Fender Jazz. Hang straight. That thing is so easy to play. Oh my goodness. Action. Oh. I have a Canadian. 1987. Damn right. Get a little middle. Messing around. See little middle, if you can play his music, you can play his instrument. 2 Canadians in a row? Ooh. He little. He tiny. This is the cup holder. What's the cup holder? 19. Alright. Just a baby. Give that girl some freedom. Move around. Another weedy. Another weedy. You just throw my hair like this, right? They're just shooting fish in a barrel. Another weedy. You know, just because boring. Tried to take hold of that. Hope it's coppers. All right. Ooh, Antique Burst. Yes. I had to get rid of the first one that I ever had. Put it under the scope. You can store you by the date. Put what under? Can't put my Geddy Lee jazz bass on. Awkward. New toy. Wretches Snooty. Could see that. Really haven't had much interaction with them. Oh, the Canadian pennies. Oh, goody. Little Metal is going to learn me stuff. I love it. All right. So the Surrey. Oh, there's a 50 best. Right, what I do is, so we're back under the scope. See the story by the date. Is the story a leaf, a branch? AG over. I assume that that is I don't know what he means. Unbelievable. I got worked. All right. Hope you didn't hear that. That was me sneezing. I woke up sneezing this morning. That's probably why I woke up. Net 42S. Yep. Got worked. No pride. Another weedy. Little Middle's like, good lord, who is this guy? But he's wearing the makeup because he sure is a clown. Jane Friday, I have one of those. I love it. It is, let me explain. It's the Hofner. The scale is smaller, and what I mean by the scale, well, no, the girls liked him because he was doing well. That's why. Don't get it twisted. $60. Is the Hofner. It is a smaller scale, which means it is a smaller distance. Crafty Dragon, I have no idea. Alright, so let's look at the... We're not right there yet. We gotta look at the tails. Look much more difficult than it is. Okay, wait a minute. 10 years later, but I think I finally figured out what Little Middle was saying. So it takes me longer, so I'm kind of proud of myself. So I'm going to make a guess here, Little Middle, and then you can have the chance to laugh at me further. Was that a reference to the Canadians always saying sorry? Because they will do that. By the way, I think that's a pretty good balance for us being their neighbors because we say sorry for nothing. So it kind of works out. Oh, dang it, Little Middle. That's good. No, no, no. No, it was well executed. I give you full marks. It was well executed, well planned, nicely delivered. Plus, I can take a joke. Yep, boring old crap. Just another Blazer 68S. Nothing to see here. Move along. It's not confusion. I thought that was funny as heck. Give a joke and I can take one. usually by looking in the mirror. All right. Let's look at the nasty Wheaties first. Oh, they do. Sorry, eh? We have a 50S, 51D, 50D, a 44D. Oh, another one for the floor. And then let us look at the Blazer together. Another 56D. I'm trying not to sound like this is becoming commonplace because it's not, but all right. So welcome to Roll 44. Try not to try to stay in the screen. Color within the lines. Sorry for poutine. Oh, yeah, forgot about that. I think, let's see, Streamlabs. Wait, I want to do an experiment here real quick. This is the magnet end of the wonderful Penny Dog screwdriver back scratcher. Nerd Pocket Destroyer, because it has a screwdriver end. And here she put a magnet. So let's see if we find any magnetized coins by going through here so slowly. Shaka Lakha. Now if it's a 44, I'm going to turn this thing off. All right. Alas, it's just a 43. All right. So this is created by One Southern Metal by request. If it's even on here, it may not. This is a different version. And it is not on here. Okay, so no, not Southern Metal. Streamlabs does not add the mixer changes to each of these scenes. No mint marks on Canadian coin until 2006. Huh. Well, that makes it easy. Where were they made? Let's see. Where's their capital? Kamloops. No. That is the birthplace of the great Ken Hitchcock, former head coach of the Dallas Stars. Kitchener. No. It'd be Ottawa. Oh. Georgia. A 51. So KG must be the designer of this reverse. He's like, hey, we'll put a maple leaf up there. Everybody's like, wow, dude. Ingenious. I shouldn't diminish the skills of those who come up with that. That would be actually quite fun. There's another Wheatie. It's just so boring to find them. I would have liked to be a mint engraver designer, not so much a mint grave guy. although I am not artistic at all. Now, what do we have? We have the wide shoulders. Not quite as young looking as she used to be, so I'm going to say this will be in the 70s. Epic Blades. Oh, 83. Greetings, Epic Blades. Alright, so now I gotta find the right look. You have to find a Canadian book. There is no question. Maybe there will be a trip to the local hobby store, although I doubt they'll have it. Promised me pizza. Don't want no steel pennies in here. Oopsie. I'm doing this wrong again. There's another Wheatie, a Wheatie Ender, well known as the Wender. So, a 44S. I love all the S Mint marks. Keep this 2000 for further investment. We will be looking for the Wide AM. I believe I have one already. But I want more. More! And with these kind of pennies, they have a pretty good chance of being in good shape. 72S. You know, I guess the other thing about these is even if it's not anything special, you're going to be able to do a lot of book upgrading with the. Here's a 69S. We'll keep around to look for the double die. I'm going to have to break down and look at the 2000. Go down the pile a little bit. All right. I'll gather this pile up. Tails will magically become heads. Mint mark encompasses 3 elements. Mint's corporate name. M for Mint, Maple Leaf for Canadian, Crown for Royal and Crown Corporation. Oh. We'll keep this guy. Phillies. Philly guys. 1998, 1999, and 2000 will be kept. Aaron Brenneman. There you go. Ruger Gray. Okay. Good Brenneman throwing the info all around up in here. '82 large date Philly. I guess I didn't have room enough for all of his initials. So, an 89, don't want that. Two Philly large date. Now we can look at this rolls Philly Wheaties. Another 44S. A 39. 55. Another 55. Going to the Wheatie bucket. Ooh. This is actually roll. Or Keith Garnett. Kevin Garnett pennies. Is that when did he play for Toronto? That would make sense. I think he did. I'm thinking he did. That's funny. I think it's time to get the magnet out again. EINIDI. Let's go. Bing. People need to get the lead out. I need to get the magnet out. The great Muscle Shell, he who never sleeps. Even though he's a left coaster, he never sleeps. So funny. I won't question your commitment, Muscle Shell, even though you're the last one in here. It's okay. Just to keep you up on what I'm doing, I decided to throw together a random stream as I process the last 15 rolls of the Mom and Pop Yes, Les, that is correct. So, Muscle Shell, prepare. Okay? Prepare the eyes, because this is the kind of box I'm processing. Prepare, sir. Prepare. It's too late for you to prepare. Yes. All right. Back to the sorting aspect, which 20% of people who were polled said that this is the most exciting part of the entire process. Yeah. That's what I've been doing last night and earlier this morning. Yeah. Log Cabin Days, 1809. The bicentennial of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Like, dude. He's talking to me. He's like, dude, really? I got shot in Ford's Theater just so you could call me Abraham Lincoln? I went through that just for that? Sorry, dude. Now that you put it like that, I feel bad. Just call you babe. No! Dude, easy. Seven. Keep the copper. 96. Call out the dates. That sounds fun. They can. That's a good point. I'm at that age where I have to look at all the pennies under the scope. Just know for sure what the date is. And if I was in the fish factory, I'd be complaining a lot more. Nick Bond. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Let's see. So Nick Bond has crossed into tomorrow. Whereas, well, Kane Friday may have as well. Kane Friday, meet your neighbor, Nick Bond. Nick is in the Central Australia area, and Kane is in Western Australia. Have you got gold nail varnish on? No. Oh, this is embarrassing. Okay. So, last night, 95, we'll keep it. Last night, the spouse and I went to the Buffalo Wild Wings. I got the Thai curry wings, and that stuff does not come off my hands for about 3 days. So what you're seeing is the remnants of the Thai curry sauce on my fingernail. See, that's a nice large date. Filthy. Is the diminishing capability of our current way of life is to tell the truth even when it may hurt you or embarrass yourself. Theoretically, I could have sat there with a sponge, a bar of, what's that, lava soap, rubbed all that off. So I was like, nah, I'm good. Plus, I have more. I had to bring a to-go box home. So I'm sure Monday will be very much the same. Comes yeah. You're not wrong there, Little Middle, but it's a price I'm willing to pay. There's a mint. There's a Wheatie of 47S. Well, not many Wheaties in this one. Wire brush, yeah. I've done that before. After a 3-box coin hunt, bet. Wire brush. Alright. Copper is saved. Alright, now we are on roll 45. We have 5 rolls left after this one. Oh, it's so nice when the Aussies talk to each other through an American mediary. I feel like I'm settling a dispute. Well, crap. Boring as hell. I will never get tired of that. There's a Wheatie. Never, ever, ever. Yep. Nothing oblivious. How was that? Oh my gosh. Alright, I'm exceeding. Oh, there we go. 54S. Couple of little dings on them. See if I can sharpen that. Oh, that's about as good as it gets. There's a Wheatie. Oh, crap. Gotta process these 82s. Oops. Feel like I'm exceeding the blazer limits. I get 2 on 1 roll. Another Wheatie. How can you tell it's a Wheatie? It's tattooed on the side of his neck. Yeah. Muscle Shell's blind. He wishes, he longs for the days when he could dream about his eyes, but finally the eyes have had too much. It's not recoverable. That, was it Myo? Something degeneritis. Macular degeneritis, I don't know. I'll put those away. I wonder if I sold a roll of those. I wonder what I could get. Four-week lockdown. Wow. Well, they can't get you, they can't keep you as getting on the interwebs and joining things like this. You're like, oh wow, thanks, dude. So, Les, what are you allowed to do? I mean, you have to like eat and stuff, right? I mean, the oh, attaboy, little middle. Oh, I'm assuming boy. I shouldn't. But you are a singular person, so I don't want to call you they. So have me at a disadvantage. He's singing union songs. That is awesome. Assuming he's a child, may not be. I'm assuming he's a may. The he may not be. Billy, large date. Papa. No, I think it was him, but it's and it's not even based on a true story. But yeah, it was supposed to be him. Ooh. The people who made my stickers just sent me an email. They said that they can make me some custom buttons with pinbacks. Can you imagine the Baseman 64 logo on a button? All right, Les likes coins. About time for you to go to think. Gotta be able to go to a job. Cases are going up. But what's the death rate doing? I understand that people are getting it, but what's the end result? Well, there's a 45 Wheatie. That I do. Catch you on the reverse. All right. I didn't want any of those anyway. Dang it. All right, what kind of catastrophe have I done over here? Do some surgically precise work here, which means it is going to be completely. All the 82s that I haven't processed. I'm going to go over here. Over here. The small dates. Oh, I'll put them in front. All right. So there's the coppers that I'll keep. The Wheaties that we won't eat, but we will look at. 44S. Another one. You need a button? Little middle, I have hoodies. Go to Amazon and search on Baseman64. I have t-shirts, I have hoodies, I have the Raglan baseball style shirts, I have the V-necks, I have the hoodies, I have the sweatshirts. Yes, I do. In fact, I'm wearing my t-shirt as I speak. Yes. It is not a joke, man. Yep. Well, let's stop down and take a look at these 92s because they're starting to get uncomfortable. On the 92s, we're looking for the close AM. You'll see what I'm talking about. Muscle Shell bought them all. I don't think so. That's the wide AM, which is the distance between the A and the M. So that's wide. What we're looking for is close when they're basically touching. Well, Thomas, if you are interested, I'll let you know on the side. It'll be our little secret. No, last week's stream took it on a ridiculous tangent. I don't think I want to go back into that. Very funny. Right, so none of those have the close AM. Thomas, it's a little early for you, isn't it? What is it, 7:17? Oh, Lord. There you go. Yep. Yes, there was discussion of thongs last week. And there was the confusion about where the logo would be placed. Some things in your life you don't want to relive. Let's just put it that way. And okay. Here's a Wheatie. Only tell by the tails at this point. There's another one. So Thomas, I don't know if you've heard of these, but there are these rather infamous penny boxes that are being distributed. The owner of these has requested anonymity, and he doesn't want his name revealed. So I do what I can to follow that, because you will find a lot of these in there. This back up. See, Kane, that's what they were talking about. Where do you put the logo? Well, yeah. That would be funny. Uh-oh. Drop pennies in a $50 box. There's a Wheatie. Okay. Know what that is? They never know what that is. Yes, Kane. Geez, I wonder if I could have something like that made. That would be hysterical. Oh. Yep. I already get the double die for this puppy. That would be alright. He actually has an extra finger. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yes, giver of something else. Oh. Little Middle has quality to him. In the presentation. I can't say his or hers. I don't know. But Little Middle has quality. The presentation. All right. So I'll put that 56 over here. Grab up all the tails. I don't know. Pay me advertising fees if I get a full back job tattoo of yours. No. If you want to do that, you can, but no. Of the idea. I have never been 198. On pile. Come on. I've never been one to, what do I say? I couldn't have someone do that on my behalf and be good with it. That makes sense. Oh. Large date Denver. $84. Need an 84. That's for double dies. You are a man, boy. Got skills, dude. On that one. Another. Look at all the 82s. Just so. I've already done a sort. 74S. You see these. That's a D. I've already done a sort of the 82s I've gathered at this point, with the exceptions I took out of this pile. Alright, now to the heads where we hope get another Wheatie or two. I don't know if I like the idea of your humble servant on the Borat outfit, because it could be easily conferred or inferred that your humble servant is actually what would be underneath that. I don't want that inferred. I mean, they at least have to get on the stream to figure that out. They have to work for it a little bit first. Make things too easy to Philly, large date. All right. Building that. Yeah, right. Exactly, Thomas. All right, so copper goes in there. We have a very young queen. 64. Man. All right. Doug Harding. Happy party time. 57. 4. 4. The giver of new life. Yes. Uh-oh. Village. Oh my gosh. Major damage. I can't fix that until the stream is over. All right. We are on. He's out. Now that the damage is done. Oh God. All right, there goes the box. Down to the last 4 rolls. I'll do these in order in which they appeared. %. Yes, 40%er where it should be 100%er. Oh gosh. And on the back straps, you could say, have something like, well, that's what she said. 40%er. Oh boy, coin humor. Is there anything quite like it? I say no. On the other hand, I'm a big fan of niche humor. I will never get to that. Magnet? We'll see. That just looks like some crusty on that one, if this is what you're talking about. That one right there. That one's just dirty. You got a Wheatie. Every time you hear me throw one into the zinc box at random, that's an indication it was a shield scent. That doesn't even look as good as the 56S, 55S. That's amazing. Yeah. That'll be a mystery coin. Memorials tore up. Looks like Montreal's old Jerry Park. There's another Wheatie. It is Cane Friday. Well, see, I was just thinking, well, I'm gonna tap the brakes there for a minute. Don't let the mouth get ahead of the brain. It's always a good policy. What do we have here? Ooh, a 60D. Now it would be terrible to have like the small date over the high date or the large date or something like that. I want something like this. It would just be awful. That's why you keep them. But you can look at them later and find out for sure. A repunch mint mark. Because if one is that quality, you're going to easily tell mint mark is repunched. Plus, it's rare that PCS recognizes it, so what's not to love? Large date Denver. Seven. Papa. Zinc coins have errors too. Probably. I could. Well, here's the plan. Okay. I'm going to go through the coppers first and look for errors. I'll sort them all out by date and mint mark. And then for the ones who have the errors, or for the date mint mark combos that have the errors, I'll look at those. I will then do the same for the zinc. I just have, at this point, I have more of a familiarity with the copper errors. So that will be my primary focus. That, and I think that there will be a better value or a better price. The copper error coins would be more valuable. Well, hello. Another one. Don't we all get back-to-back Wheaties in coinage? Here we do. 69. Here. Yes. Arnold agrees with you. Not a Tuma. The 40D. Still have Wheaties to look for. Large date Denver. I have some small. Oh, we have a 2009. Not very good, but Like it. There is that they're made out of zinc. Oh, yes. That one was not half bad. See, they tried to come up with this zinc with a coating of copper, and these things are not lasting at all. It's terrible. So it's going to end up costing them more in the long run. So I think they're going to have to end up either increasing the amount of copper in the coin, or getting rid of it altogether. 1950 and a 46S. Right. Roll 48. I tried to get my camera any closer, and one of two things would happen. Either you wouldn't be able to see the whole layout, or my hand would get in the way. Well, let's build some mystery, shall we? You know, I used to hunt pennies with my dad like 50 years ago. I never saw Wheaties like this back then. Maybe 45 years ago. I never saw Wheaties. That's why it may be getting tiresome to hear me react this way, but I'm just stunned. All right. Here we go, folks. So one Wheatie is known. Oh, there's that noise. Well, it is an Indian head. It has Cane Friday. That's why they stopped making them out of copper in '82. 3 cents to make a penny. 1898. Wow, this is most Indian heads I've found. 2 in a row? Unacceptable. I want to recount. Seems to be the flavor of the day. The semi, the red brown, add nice coloring to them. So after this, head out to the garage for the most massive cleanup effort will occur, at which point I will then begin to build shelves for my existing workbench. Effort. Keep clutter at a minimum. Its own home. Some of this lighting. What am I doing? Crash pop. I have the slides. Need to get the dimensions set. How large the shelves will be. Have all the hardware I need to be able to get to my table saw. Quite literally an accurate description. And cutting pieces to length, putting them together. 59. There is a 59 DDO, by the way. It's kind of odd though, Kane, isn't it? I mean, what are we, 200 and... We 250, we're not even 250 years old. And from Washington, George Washington making some of the first coins using Martha's silverware, sterling silver. I just can't imagine what in the world it was like to work a coin press back then. That must have been amazingly difficult. You know, just you didn't have Eli Whitney's cotton gin, so you didn't have full replaceable parts concept. You just had to work it until it broke down, then rebuild it, have another one built, you have another one ready. Whoopsie. Yeah, Crafty Dragon, I could like maybe see a change in our dime. There's a 48D. There was a law that said you had to change the layout like every 25 years, I think. That's why they changed from the Walking Liberty to the Franklin, the Benji, because it was 25 years, which may have been one of the poorest decisions in American coin history. How boring that is. But you folks have been around a while, haven't you? Just like just a little middle. Look what I made you. See, Kane, that's one of them things where I don't want to think that George Washington ever had to sleep on a couch, but you may have a point. Two rolls left. Then the pain. Oh, we need to look at our Wheaties. Look at the cruddy one first. 56. The red brown will be a 58 D. Here. And the 50. Oh, it's 17.99. That's all the. You never had coin? I mean, surely you have coins from that time period. And I don't mean to call you Shirley. What happened to them? Did they get confiscated by your friendly local authorities? Yes. God, y'all. It's the 6th. 1944. Here's a Wheatie right off the bat. So the phrase right off the bat. Are they talking about the animal or the baseball implement? It have very different original meanings based on what the meaning of bat is in that phrase. Big stack of World War II paper money. Ooh. Martha Papa Kid. Good question. Washington is all like, dude, I'm too busy crossing the Delaware on Christmas. You can imagine if he had kids. Okay, going out, gonna cross the Delaware on Christmas. You said you'd be home. Okay, I'll stay home. Then we lose the war. I think he had. Hell, he wasn't alive very much. Baseball right off the bat. Okay. England supplied coins. Oh, that makes sense. We're a colony. The reprobates, if you will. The Botany Bay, if I remember correctly. There's a 1940. So look at that, 92. Whoa! Got some coloration on this bad boy. Pretty decent 1940. Interesting. Looks clean. Obvious. That's what I'm saying, Little Middle. David Roberts, greetings. That is the first 40s, followed up by a 46. That is the first 40s penny that had any sort of color to it. I am not complaining. Beans and toast, and we'd probably be speaking German. Or English. Well, no, German, because we'd be speaking German because the English would have lost to the Germans in World War II. That would be nice. Have that going. Yes, we are the original Brexit, established 1776. Scots are next. And I talk you into the spandex clothing line for women. Yoga pants. That'd be, oh, y'all are killing me. You're giving me so many ideas. Like, written on the legs, your humble servant. Got large date filly, not in any sort of condition at all. 70 that we'll look at later. Lepidamine? What's lepidamine? Oh, I don't know that I have ever watched Blazing Saddles. Wouldn't that be amazing? Well, okay, David. I have to confess that this has already gone way beyond anything I ever expected. However, I was telling the group earlier that I got an email from the people who made my stickers, and they are offering custom pin back buttons, so that my logo would be on a button that you wear, and you would stick it to your clothing with a pin. Preferably you wouldn't stick it into yourself unless you're really into that kind of thing. Where is that? Oh. Nope. Well, that's an S, isn't it? What the hell is this? Can't tell. Looks like an S, but it's got a turtle. I think there's wooden teeth. Probably got a sliver. Oh, that's a D. 1990 D. I worked way too hard for a zinc coin. All right. There you go. The rolling pin into it. Yeah, he took the silverware to make the coins, and then the next day he took her rolling pin so that she couldn't beat him with it. All right. Save the copper. Ladies and germs, I present the last roll. Oh, Kane, you're killing me. Colorized. Stop it. A colorized baseman silver round. Damn it, you people. My two older sons would refer to me as a silverback. Justin Moody, howdy. We are on the last roll of a very special edition of Facts of Life. No. Very special edition of a penny box hunt. Oh crap. But wait. Pow, 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 pow. Magnet always works. That's not a bad edition coin. All right. Try this again. Basically, Justin, if you're not already aware, other streams way more important than your humble servant. There has been a finding of some 5-gallon let me put this accurately, numerous 5-gallon buckets of pennies that have been filled with pennies for over, say, 50 or 60. And they are in an effort to just get rid of them, cash them out. And this has come to the attention of someone in the streams who is buying these boxes as they get created from the bank at face value, and then turning around and either selling or trading, as the case may be. So oops. So as a result of all this, there is a new word that has entered the lexicon. It is known, they are known as a blazer. Turtle, I think I have 5 or 6 steel cents. Turtle, I found 3 silver dimes in this penny box. 2 of them are Canadian. One is King George V, one is King George VI, as well as an American 1942D Mercury dime. Because, you know, Mercury dimes are supposed to be in penny boxes. I hope he is. Now, as far as that goes, I actually trade him stuff. I don't pay him, trade him. And I hope he's killing it. It's funny because when I first started dealing with him, he requested anonymity. That didn't last long, but in keeping up my end of the bargain, I don't know if he is comfortable with all of this. Now he is suddenly everybody's best friend. I had people ask me who he is, and I just don't even respond. Which may be rude, but that's me. All right. Pa? Oh gosh, Pa. Well, I'm gonna claim second place because I can't find gold, but I can find silver. Oh yeah. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. The first item up for bids, if you will, is a dime. Of course, it's Canadian. It is King George V, not the 6th, the 5th. And the date, I'm guessing, is either a 49 or a 19 or a 29. I think those are the most logical candidates. I don't know when King George V passed on to the next plane, but it should be noted that the very next year, we see his son ascend to the throne, King George VI, and this guy is dated 1950. So I don't know if George V assumed room temperature in 49 and then his kid took over in 1950. I don't know if that works, but word got to the Americans. I said, well, we're not going to put up with this. So then, in another roll, we find the 1942. I think that is an S mint mark Mercury dime. So I'm going to, at this point, with ignorance on my side, I'm going to claim that I found the most silver. Let's see, I also have 7 Indian heads. 2 of them have dates that I can't read. See, it's hard to tell, isn't it, Kane? So I have a 1898, a very greenish, but high quality 1898, relatively speaking. And I believe a 1907. And I know, dimes in the penny box. Here's where we started running into trouble. We got an 1890 something. Right? We don't know. And we got a 1903. We can read that. That's good. We're going to have some really bad trouble. So, having no evidence to the contrary, I have declared this to be an 1877. No one can prove me right or wrong, but I will accept an almost good payment for an 1877 Indian head. And finally, I have an 1898, or it appears to be. There's that. I have quite a few of the 2009 Indian heads, probably the highest quality. This puppy, just gorgeous. I will be definitely turning some of these in, and there are, of course, some of the 50s that are blazers that I'll be turning in as well. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. It's like, what am I going to do when this is over? New base pick. No. I have to, Pa. I can't see him. I used to could. I was the official eyeballs for my dear Papa years ago. But those days have come and gone. They didn't say there'd be shield sensing. Crap. So, moving out my... Oh, finally, that's my first White House, 2009. Not in very good shape. Splitting out the zinc from the copper. I will then later go through all the copper, a 39. Splitting out the Wheaties from the copper. Splitting out the 46. See, it just gets so commonplace. Patrick Johnson, I guess he left. Oh, he's here. Oh, he's got to go eat. Let's see. So I will go. I will search through the copper and the zinc, looking for errors. I'm also keeping aside the ones with the most probability of errors. That is the 1992 close AM and the 1998, 1999, and 1000 P. Looking for the wide AM on the verse. And remember, kids, always your copper. So, we'll look at this. 80, 55. Alrighty. Go to the old people's homes and buy their old spare coins. Oh, snap. Oh, Pa. You have 5 more? Holy cow. I've only done 2. I need to catch up. I don't know how to quit this, Pa. Oh, I'm gonna guess not. Yeah. Well, Pa, don't make me come up there, cause I'll do it. I'll take the place of the Hudson. That would be a trip. Alrighty. Well, I think um everything on this side is done. All I have to do now is some further sorting and evaluation. Well, I tell you what. Here's what we could do. Get rid of these 82. Why don't we look at 92s, looking for the close AM, at least that's the wide AM. Oh, Pa, I never had anything like this. I mean, I had mentioned earlier, that dear sweet Pops and me would look through pennies, but we never saw these Blazer Wheaties like this, and that would have been in like, all right, Kane, thanks for joining from across the pond. From Western Aussie time. All right, so now we have the 1998. We will be looking for the wide AM. Now that's close. That's not what we want. Now we want wide. Because Philadelphia can't make a coin and they can't count a ballot. But I digress. That's close. That's close. Okay, so they're dead. I have the 99s. Not a lot of these in these boxes, because these boxes are from the left coast. These are Philly coins. Back in the Liberty Bell. It happens. Yes, it does. Yes. But the founders would be proud. That's what they tell me. Where am I from? I was born the land of the Cheddarheads, southwestern Wisconsin. Not wide. Moved. They hooked me up to the Conestoga wagon when I was 6 months old, and I pulled it down to the great state of Iowa, where I grew up. Learned the fear of Jesus in a small town, that kind of stuff. Now we're looking at the 2000s, still looking for the wide AM. And after that, when the job went away, then I moved down here to what is known as the Great O of Texas. Is that wide or is that not? Zoom in. Just gets to talk a lot. Okay, that's still close. That's close. East Coast. All right. Still. A plastic toy 2003D? What? Is that even allowed? You should send it to Nubs. He would like it. I'm pretty sure. Plastic and IFC. All right. I'm gonna save these others for later because so that I can remember what the DDOs are. Okay. So I think I am done. I will determine which ones are worthy of sending off to PCGS in the elusive hopes of getting a return of "it looks too good" for what you sent. So, like a Happy Meal toy. Yes, Justin, that would make a lot of sense. These boxes were obtained on the West Coast, so there are very few P's. You didn't. It's like a Happy Meal toy. You didn't really want it, but there it is anyway. The Little Mills like came up with this. We thought this would be a good idea, right? Gonna get French fry grease all over a freaking toy, and the little kids are gonna drop it. Ugh. The Turtle Grading Company, where nothing comes back. Yep. The Turtle Black Hole Grading Company. Alrighty, well, another gentle reminder that the adequate number of boxes of halves have arrived and are safely ensconced inside stately Baseman 64 Manor for the fun and games that can only come with a $50 coin roll hunt Monday night. The usual time, the usual place. So you do there and I'll do here. We'll all be happy. Till then, it is time to go clean the garage. He puts a plastic coin in a $2 plastic flip. Oh, Pa, that is greatness. Oh. Yes, I need to build a trench to my table saw so I can start building shelves for my workbench. I'll probably do 3 rolls of halves Monday night, 6 p.m. Central, 7 Eastern. 5 in the very high mountains, since it's been legalized. 4 in the equally high Pacific time zone, because it's also been legalized there. 8 a.m. Tuesday, Australian Western Time. 9 a.m. Tuesday, Central Australian Time. 12 midnight, Les Likes Coins UK time. And let us never forget, 1 p.m. Tongan on Tuesday. Yes, we can never forget Tongan, because they will beat you within an inch of your life if you do. So until then, yes. So, Justin, I have a reputation of having decent giveaways. So, if you're curious, oh, there you go. Okay. All right. Well, then you should know. Boy, that was mind-boggling. Because International Stacker told you about the giveaways I was doing for my 500, I believe. That's why you showed. Okay. That makes sense. My giveaways have been, so I have been told, have been rated as decent. Patrick, I don't want to brag. All right, cool. Well, Justin, I hope to see you on Monday. I may do some more ASEs Monday for giveaways, or I may do something else. But the 2 rolls of Walking Liberty Circulateds have arrived. I need to sort those out. So, till then, it's your humble servant, the giver of silver, all-around decent guy, the kind of guy you would take home to mama. It's the Base Man, and I pronounce this stream over. Yes, I've seen pause giveaways, and they're quite salty. Pause, a stand-up dude. He kept me alive when I should have been dead. And at 11:23 local time, I pronounced the stream